Two people will come and will intercede on their behalf. These people will be looking at them that, who are these people? Who are these people who are interceding on my behalf? I don't even know this person. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, As-siyamu wal-Qur'an. The fasting and the Qur'an would come. And they would come in a form that they can talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahu a'lam what form that would be. But they will be talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fasting will say, Ya Allah, I stopped him from eating and drinking during the daytime. The Quran will say, Ya Allah, I stopped him from sleeping during the night time. Ya Allah, we would like to take this person ourselves to the Jannah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, فَيُشَفَّعَانِ. They will insist so much on taking him to the Jannah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, okay, you people are insisting too much, take him to the Jannah. As-siyam wal-Qur'an. Fasting and Qur'an. And this is the month of it. If we get ourselves used to this fasting, attach ourselves to the fasting and to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this month in such a way that our relationship with it should not break throughout our life. That every night, some Quran is recited. Because the Quran will have to say, as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in the hadith, that Quran, as it will intercede on behalf of those people, will say, Ya Rab, mana'tuhu al-nawma bil-layl. I stopped him from sleeping during the night time. Even if it is for 5 minutes, who knows, the rahmah of Allah will accept that person also. This is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in a hadith which is in Sahih al-Bukhari, if a person would recite the last ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah night time before he go to bed, for that night's recitation, this will be enough. So at least, if nothing more than that, this will suffice for that night's recitation. Simply means Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is telling us, recite even 10 ayahs before you go to bed. So at least you give the Quran that opportunity to say, Ya Allah, I stopped him from sleeping. He was about to sleep and I stopped him. He made the wudu. He recited 5 ayahs. He spent 2-3 minutes reciting me. Ya Allah, I would like to take him to Jannah. At least make our ways to it. So alhamdulillah, during the month of Ramadan is such a rahmah of Allah that we are all fasting, alhamdulillah. So this fasting now can intercede on our behalf. And during the month of Ramadan, we are all up, mashallah, reciting Quran al-Kareem, listening to the recitation of Quran al-Kareem. Masajid al-full, alhamdulillah. People are in the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, listening to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This shows the rahmah of Allah, and it shows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pulling us towards Him. Now He's pulling us during this month. But let's not run away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after the month is over. And in order to do that, to keep ourselves attached with this, there are few things that we need to remember at this time, at the beginning of Ramadan, so that when it comes to the end of Ramadan, it won't be too late for us to start doing these things. Number 1, as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam have promised and told us, shayateen are changed during the month of Ramadan. Now when we find ourselves looking forward to commit any sin, doing anything wrong, we should realize it's not from shaitan. It's an opportunity to look at ourselves and to see ourselves and to judge ourselves before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge us on the day of judgment. So whenever we find ourselves that our nafs is looking for something, we should know that now these things are not from shaitan. Now I'm getting so bad that without the shaitan I'm looking for these things. And my responsibility is to start working towards these, to correct these things in my life. If we find walking outside, our eyes are getting out of our control, we should realize that now it's not because of shaitan. Shaitans are chained now. They can't ask me to look over there. It's my nafs that's asking me to look over there. So I need to correct this, because if I won't correct it now, after Ramadan it will be too difficult, when shaitan will also be there, and now he won't allow me to do it with all of his whisperings. If we find ourselves that we are enjoying all the music, and we hope to stand there for longer time, that we can keep on listening to it, or we are looking at something and we hope to stand for longer so that we can keep on looking at it, we should realize now this is from our nafs. And these are the things that needs to be corrected before a person can meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to remember, we need to realize Jannah is clean and pure. Allah is keeping it clean and pure, and impurity will not be allowed in Jannah. And all of these are the worst najasas. They are the worse than the one we take out in the bathroom. This najasa of the heart, where the person is disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where he's having this najasa on his iman, that is a worse najasa. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّمَا الْمُشْرِكُونَ النَّجَسِ فَلَا يَقْرَبُوا الْمَسْجِدَ الْحَرَامِ. Mushrikeen are najas, they are unclean, therefore don't allow them to enter into Masjid al-Haram. Why? What is that najasa? The person says, I have taken the shower. We will still tell him, no, there is worse najasa than that najasa that you look at, that you can see. There is a worse najasa over there. And all of these najasas of the sins are just like that najasa, because all of these sins are out of Islam. They are coming from kufr. They are coming from out of Islam. So this is the time when we need to look at ourselves and correct ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam, who was a prophet of Allah, and he made this statement, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. When he was asked, did you commit that sin? He was blamed with one of the sins, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. The wife of the king, she blamed him that he came after me. He ran after me to commit zina with me, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. And he was saying, no, she was running after me. When finally he was asked, did you really commit that sin? He said, no, I didn't do it, but I'll tell you one thing, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. I'm not saying that I'm very pure. I didn't do this one, but وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. I'm not saying that I'm pure from all of these things. إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ. Nafs always orders the person to do wrong. Our nafs always orders us to do something wrong. This is the time to control our nafs and to learn how to control it. One of my teachers, he received a letter from one of his students saying that my children, they don't listen to me at all. He said to him, he wrote back to him, that you have only your children don't listen to you is still better situation than I am, because my eyes don't listen to me, my ears don't listen to me, my own tongue doesn't listen to me, my own hand doesn't listen to me. I try to control my parts of the body and they are getting out of control. I'm trying to just control myself. This is really what's happening to us. When we look at the whole world getting out of control, it's not the world out of control. We ourselves are out of control. And this is what makes the world. Human beings are making the world. And we are getting out of control. We don't even have control over ourselves. And Quran has no control over our lives. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and the sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam have no control over our lives. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the same ayah says, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. I'm not saying that I'm clean and pure. إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ. Nafs always orders people to do wrong. إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. Imam Alusi rahimahullah gave a beautiful tafsir of this ayah when he says, إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي means only at a time. Nafs will stop asking you to do something wrong only at a time when Allah will open His doors of the rahmah for you. Then at that time you will have a good control over your nafs. When Allah will protect you and when Allah will open the doors of His rahmah for you, إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي, that's the time when you will be able to have a good control over yourself if you try a little bit, and this is the time. there won't be any time of the year when the doors of the rahmah will be open so wide open for us, and all the doors of the evils closed for us, better than